all of Texoma, broadcasting live from KXII TV. This is First News at 10.
It is election day across North Texas. Tonight, we have results from many of those races.
And this afternoon, storms leaving some damage behind as they trek to the east.
Plus, a first for Ardmore as train enthusiasts come together at the old depot for a celebration of the railroad.
We begin tonight, though, with the weather. Some damage left behind by strong winds. Hello there, I'm Charlie Haldeman.
And I'm Robin Beal. Storms that rolled through the region brought hail and high winds. It was those winds that ripped the roof off of this mobile home in Knollwood. Firefighters were called out to check things out just after 6:30 this evening, but nobody was hurt. The winds tossed the sheet metal several yards away. Nobody was home at the time. Neighbors say they were surprised by the damage. And there have been reports of tornadoes that touched down in the McAllister area in Pittsburgh County earlier today, as well as a touchdown in southern Latimer County just north of Clayton.
No fatalities reported in those, but power outages and debris have been reported. Meteorologist Megan Craddock joins us now with word that the threat may be over for now. Megan?
That's right. It was pretty busy here for a few hours this evening as we only had just a few severe storms move through Texoma. But take a look at Doppler 12 live right now. All is clear as the cold front and dry line that helped to produce these showers and storms has moved well to our east and south. Take a look at where that front lies right now. Back behind it, drier, cooler air is working its way into Texoma. You'll find temperatures starting off tomorrow morning in the 50s and winds picking up out of the north-northwest. So get ready for a windy, cool start to Mother's Day, but we will manage to warm into the lower 70s. But like you mentioned, the threat for severe weather is over for this weekend. Your complete forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Megan. The heavy rain, not the only story. A lot of us went to the polls today to cast and made ballots. We'll start off in Sherman here. Council member District 3, where Pam Howarth and Joe Hackert were facing off for the District 3 seat. Pam Howarth, the winner tonight, with 217 votes.
And a big school bond issue in Bells, where voters have approved $7.25 million in funding for the school district. Also in Bells ISD, two new board members tonight after a five-way race. Gary Payne and E.T. Pettit got the votes, both filling at-large seats there.
Over to Lamar County now. The Paris City Council has a new look. Kevin Keir narrowly defeating Jackie Stenson for the District 2 seat, and Edwin Pickle defeating Belinda Zanfordino, handily winning District 6. If you live in Lindsay, Texas, you chose Wayne Flightman, Tommy Haverkamp, and Rudy Zimmerer to sit on the school board of trustees. All of those tonight at large positions.
Another city council race now in the city of South Main. 5 candidates stumping for just 3 open seats. Mary John, Michael Hortzman, and Sheila Glidden are all the victors tonight. And 2 sales tax propositions passed in South Main tonight as well. A crowded ballot in Tom Bean, where 8 people had hopes of sitting in the trustees' chair. However, tonight it looks like Steve Book, Stan Woodruff, and Brian Trentman were the victors in the school board trustee election in Tom Bean ISD. Also staying in Tom Bean, an unusual situation with the alderman decision. There has been a tie for the second place finish, and there are only 2 seats up for grabs there. Albert Ellis walks away with 1 place, but Debbie Yates and Janet Schaab each garnered 28 votes. No word yet on how the city leaders plan to break that tie.
Let's go to how now. The Board of Trustees, the Independent School District, a 3-way race. Only 2 seats to be decided. Leonard Huntsman with 116 votes. Chris Hayes garnering 97 votes there. Also, the Whitesboro Independent School District. 3 winners tonight. Jeff Butts, Joel Russell, and Bill Hayes were the victors in Whitesboro.
And there were a couple of races in Pottsboro today as well. Let's begin with the school board. 5 people going for just 3 seats. Jerry Bardwell, the leader in votes tonight. He will be joined on the board by Virgie Holbrook and Rodney K. Thomas. And the Pottsboro City Council, Landon Goins and Mary Helen Chapin, also Gary Watkins, all walking away with a win tonight. And in Bonham, 3 seats on the school board there, and 3 incumbents all retaining those seats. Randy McBroom in place 1, Doyce Taylor keeping place 6, and Charlotte Kearney for place 7. The Bonham City Council will have Ruth Ann Thomas in place 2, and Jen Taylor gets place 4.
Let's stay in Fannin County. Savoy City Council, 2 seats on the ballot tonight. David Warlick was the incumbent and keeps his seat. Charles Downs filling the other position on that council tonight. Ector, Texas. Now both incumbents retain their places on the council. Vicki Bellows with 66 votes and Donnie Langford garnering 64 votes, 2 of the top vote getters. That wasn't the only race in Ector either. A school board seat being decided as well. Chris Sellers wins another term in place 7.
And as for the elections in Leonard, 2 seats open on the city council there. Jane Blackberry getting the most votes, but another tie tonight. Daryl Grentz and Richard Johnson each garnering 34 votes. As far as what happens next, that will be discussed at Tuesday night's council meeting.
In Honey Grove, deciding on a mayor, Harold Roberts winning by just 8 votes. Andy Lane winning the alderman race there with only 5 votes. In Gainesville, Cook County, another school board race with 2 positions up for grabs. Roy Brewer is being declared the winner for place 1. Tommy Moore taking the most votes in the place 2 race. Now from local political races to political figures. The Cook County Republican women held a fundraiser today. They even had a special guest.
Texas Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst, but it wasn't all business, and Stephanie Berletta has the details.
Saturday's Cook County Republican Women's fundraiser brought in an estimated $7,000, money that will be used to support the party's candidates and, of course, be donated to local charities. And Texas Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst even stopped by, too.
I'm delighted to be here and support the county and support Republican women here in Cook County.
But this was more than just another political gathering. There was food, music, and even a horse cutting competition where the Lieutenant Governor joined in on the fun.
When I have a little practice and I'm riding the right horse and things go right, we do all right. It's a great sport.
Dewhurst is modest about his horse-cutting accomplishments. He's been ranked among the top in the world in recent years, and Patricia Peel of the Cook County Republican Women says because of Dewhurst's skills, he blends right into the county where so many competitive horses are bred.
We have such outstanding interest in the horse industry, and we want him to have an opportunity to get to know some of these people and get to know the needs of our county.
Horse cutting champion Teddy Johnson says he's proud to be a part of this sport and glad to have the Lieutenant Governor strut his stuff Saturday because these animals have a special talent that many horses don't display.
They're a quite elite animal. They're really elegant movers, real pretty to watch, and they're real special to what the talent they possess as far as controlling the cows.
And love of this sport is so strong that it even brought together Democrats and Republicans. Dewhurst rode longtime Democrat Larry Sullivan's horse. Stephanie Berletic, First News.
New tonight, some local Eagle Scouts spending their day at the cemetery, but it was not for a funeral. Instead, it was to honor veterans. Scouts were placing bronze markers on the graves of those who served our country. Now, the VFW was originally handling the project, but it started to fall behind. That's when the Eagle Scouts stepped in to pay tribute and save the day. Starting Saturday at Fairview Cemetery, placing plaques, then saluting and saying the pledge and a prayer.
Most of the ones that we've been putting down so far today have been World War II veterans, and some of them may have died like 8-10 years ago, and so they've been buried, but they haven't been recognized for their service.
Those Eagle Scouts placed over 20 plaques today.
You've heard everything's bigger in Texas, weddings too. If you don't believe us, just ask the folks in Crawford. And some stormy weather across parts of the region today, but what will it do overnight? Megan Craddock will have that forecast.
And as strong as our storms were today, they were nothing like what parts of the Northeast saw. We'll tell you who got the worst of it coming up.
When storms gather over Texoma, trust the power of Doppler 12 Live, only from First News. It's the only live local Doppler radar between Dallas and Oklahoma City. Live means that the information from our radar is collected right away, giving you information faster when extra minutes count. And local means it's located right here in Texoma, so we can tell you about the weather events that those other radars can miss. Doppler 12 Live, the only live local Doppler radar in Texoma, only from First News.
Are you ready to experience rotisserie Applewood smoked barbecue? We have baby back ribs, pork, brisket, sausage, turkey, and chicken, 12 side orders to choose from. Having a birthday party or family reunion?
Call me, Rebecca, at Cackle Lake Barbecue for all of your catering needs.
We're here 7 days a week, and we have a convenient drive-thru. If you're tired of traffic hassles and long waits for seating, come over to Cackle and Oink Barbecue for fast, friendly service.
We love Cackle Lake Barbecue.
Texoma is rich in history and heroes from our past and present, those that have built the very towns and neighborhoods in which we live, and those that are helping its future now. It is important to salute the players in the history that we have grown to love and the people who are making Texoma relevant today. If you know of someone you believe has contributed to Texoma's past and present in a positive way, please submit your nomination to Texoma Legend at KXII.com or log on to our web channel, KXII.com, to learn more. Brought to you by Hoyt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
When your livelihood depends on the equipment you use, look no further than Dixie Chopper. Other companies rely on their name, while Dixie Chopper relies on speed, quality, and reliability. With exclusive features like operator-controlled discharge chute, stainless steel body, and state-of-the-art hydraulic drive system, Dixie Choppers get the job done. Regardless of your grass cutting conditions, Dixie Chopper saves you time.
Joe Nichols Tractor Repair and Dixie Chopper, located 1 mile north of Denison Dam, 2867 Sand Creek Road.
From the ring to the pictures to the dress, join Lisanne, Ryan, Nicole, and Tom for a week of making dreams come true. Wedding Week, only on First News AM.
Now, first weather with Megan Cranick.
And we will get to that weather in just a minute, but in case you didn't know it, today was the first ever National Train Day. And if you live in Ardmore, like I do, you know that there are upwards of 40 trains that come through that city every day. So what better place to host a celebration of the old iron horses? Train enthusiasts from all over Carter County came out to Ardmore to the depot to have a look at train memorabilia. Some even brought model train sets.
We decided that we would get together with some of the model train fanatics in Oklahoma City and Dallas, and they met here.
So why May 10th for Train Day? On this date back in 1869, the famous Golden Spike was driven at Promontory Point in Utah, completing the nation's first transcontinental railway.
Talking weather devastation in Stafford County, Virginia, after a tornado destroys 160 homes. That's in the northeastern part of the state. The community is still reeling after an F2 grade tornado ripped through homes and businesses late Thursday night. Officials don't yet have an estimate of how much it'll cost to repair the damage. Only one person so far has reported injuries.
And as we saw at the top of the broadcast, some damage in our region, but so far, guys, luckily nothing like that here.
Megan Cranick tonight.
We were pretty lucky today. The conditions were just right for severe storms to form. We fortunately only saw just a few, but with some minor damage. Now the storms are gone. Everybody's looking towards Mother's Day. We'll talk about the forecast next.
Carsoup.com. Open her up for ingredients to buy, research, or sell vehicles with ease. Fresh models from local dealers and savory flavors of RVs, ATVs, boats, and more. Plus, get financing, quotes, and coupons. It's in the soup. Carsoup. Come and get it. With great dealers like these, it's easy to find the best deals and the largest selection of local vehicles in the soup. Carsoup.com. Visit Carsoup at KXII.com.
Forecasting weather is a challenge. Even though it may get boring sometimes in the summer for a few weeks when you get that hot, humid weather, nothing happens. Most of the time there's something going on or something fixing to happen down the road in 4 or 5 days. If there's a tornado coming, or you're going to have an ice storm, or you're going to have a dust storm, or it's just going to be really windy, people need to know that because it's going to possibly affect their lives or their property or their job.
Whitesboro Health and Rehabilitation assists families with the care of their loved ones. Children, grandchildren, and friends will enjoy the warm atmosphere when visiting their loved ones. And visiting is easier because we're close to home. We offer in-house rehabilitation, including physical, speech, and occupational therapy. Whitesboro Health and Rehab offers a family setting, good food, and licensed care for your loved ones. The next best thing to home is Whitesboro Health and Rehab at 1204 South Sherman Drive in Whitesboro.
Gas prices got you down? Don't let that stop you. With your next purchase at Apple Furniture, we're going to give you a prepaid gas card. That's right. For limited time only, we will put gas in your tank. Just for buying at Apple Furniture, we will give you a prepaid gas card. The more you spend, the more you save. Remember, that's at Apple Furniture in Denison and Durant.
We take a bite out of high prices, Apple Furniture.
Now, first weather with Megan Cranick.
A few severe storms did move through Texoma earlier this evening. One in northern Atoka County moving into Pushmataha County did produce a tornado near Daisy. That reported by the National Weather Service. Also, we had a strong thunderstorm move through Grayson County with some wind damage around Sherman and Knollwood. Then from Bonham to Paris, a strong thunderstorm produced hail anywhere from pea to golf ball size. But now as you take a look at Doppler 12 Live, all is clear, and good news, looks like our severe weather threat is over for the weekend. Looking outside tonight, this is our Sherman Tower Cam, brought to us by our friends at Glen Polk Autoplex in Gainesville. The skies are starting to clear out, and winds are picking up out of the north-northwest, anywhere about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Still warm in spots, but that will be changing as the night goes. 75 right now, Sherman and Denison. Humidity dropping, 57%. Drier areas working its way in, and winds are out of the north-northwest at 12 miles per hour. In Ardmore, it's 74 degrees, 47% humidity. Winds out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour. Paris, you're a little bit cooler. You just had some rain a couple hours ago. 66 degrees, 83% humidity. Winds turning out of the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. And if you were outside today, I don't have to tell you, it was hot and very humid. Check out these afternoon high temperatures. Mainly along into the west of I-35, we saw some lower 90s, 91 in Duncan, 92 Marietta. While the further east you went, clouds hung on a little bit longer during the day. That's why you see the lower to mid 80s from Antlers, Hugo, south of the Red River from Paris, then 86 in Commerce and 88 this afternoon in McKinney. Official numbers at the airport in Grayson County started off at a mild 63 degrees, warmed all the way to 86 degrees, while in Ardmore today, 62 to start, 90 to finish. That puts us well above our normal highs of 78 and 80, but with a cold front moving through overnight, cooler, drier air working its way in, we're going to see cooler temperatures as we head into Mother's Day. Across the United States, we've been watching this upper level low move out of the northwest and kind of dip around the Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma area. It's now moving off into the Midwest. You can see a lot of showers and thunderstorms at the surface. Several watch boxes still in effect for severe weather as we head into the overnight hours. This is the front that moved through and helped to spark a few showers and thunderstorms earlier this evening. Now off to our east and our south. Back behind it, surface high pressure that is around the Four Corners area will be moving in, and that'll bring us some cooler air and keep that in place for a day or so and bring us a gusty wind tomorrow morning. A little bit closer to home, we had a weak front move through yesterday. That sparked a few showers and storms around Austin and San Antonio. This morning, that front moved back to the north as a warm front pulling in moisture. So as that cold front dry line moved in, add a little bit of heating on that, we had a chance for severe showers and storms, and we saw those this evening. But again, those showers and storms well to our east and south. We are now on the clear side as we start to see the cooler, drier air work its way in. 70 right now, Oklahoma City, 82 in Dallas-Fort Worth right along the front, 86 right now in Austin. So as we continue through the overnight hours, we'll continue to see that front push off to our east and southeast. High pressure at the surface builds in, bringing that cooler weather with it. And again, tomorrow morning, expect to see cool temperatures and a gusty northwesterly wind. Good news though, as the high pressure kind of slides off to the east Sunday and Monday, we'll see our winds diminish just a little bit. Monday, our temperatures will start to warm back up, and we will be seeing plenty of sunshine. Overnight tonight, decreasing clouds. We're going to drop into the upper 40s in a few locations, lower 50s everywhere else. Again, a gusty northwesterly wind overnight, and that'll continue through a good chunk of the day tomorrow. But as we head into the late afternoon, evening hours, that wind should start to die down. Look for sunny skies. We'll only be in the upper 60s and lower 70s for Mother's Day, so you may need the jacket as you head out the door in the morning, but still a great day to be outside. Then looking at the 7-day forecast, we continue with sunny and windy conditions on Monday. Highs warming back to around 80 degrees, but winds turn back out of the south, and what that means this time of the year is more moisture works its way back into Texoma and will set the stage for another chance of showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday, possibly into Thursday morning.
All right, thank you, Megan.
Still to come on First News at 10, the Stars look to steal a win in Detroit for Game 2.
And the Rangers hope to keep their winning streak going. Highlights are next in sports.
Bradley hammers it.
During the severe storms on 4/9, two television stations covered the storms. At 9:24 p.m., KXII-TV and Doppler 12 Live showed the storm moving north along Highway 82. The other station, using NexRad radars located outside the area, showed the same storm well south of Highway 82. So, where was the storm? Exactly where KXII and Doppler 12 Live showed it to be. Storm spotter Doug Race gave the storm's exact location as it was shown on Doppler 12 Live.
The rain's let up significantly. There's a lowering right on Highway 82. It's going to be just barely on the south side of Highway 82.
Doug is now located just to the west of that.
The storm had a history of producing tornadoes. When seconds count, you need a reliable local radar that has up-to-date information. NexRad alone isn't enough. Doppler 12 Live is the only local live Doppler radar in the area.
Severe weather season is here. Be prepared with the KXII Severe Weather Guide, sponsored by Ameristate Bank. This guide contains life-saving information to keep your family safe during severe weather. Learn about thunderstorms and tornadoes. Get inside a storm to see how it forms and what causes severe weather. You can pick up your family's copy of the KXII Severe Weather Guide at the KXII Studios in Sherman and Ardmore, Ameristate Bank locations in Sherman, Atoka, and Antlers, or download a copy at our web channel, kxii.com.
Just like the professionals, your engine needs to be kept in tip-top shape. So when it's time for a rebuild, don't trust anyone but the best. Precision Engine Rebuilders in Durant. At Precision, they only use the highest quality parts in their rebuilt engines. You can bank on their experience and knowledge in engine rebuilding, and they offer the best warranties in the business. Each engine has been quality tested on a state-of-the-art test bench, which analyzes oil pressure and performance, verifying the best engine quality available. If you want your engine running like the pros, call Precision Engine Rebuilders and let them be your personal pit crew.
And now, First Sports with Christina Melvin.
Stars are in Detroit for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. After a 4-1 loss on Thursday, Dallas looks to steal a win on Red Wing ice. They faced some serious intimidation in Detroit. I don't think that Octopus enjoyed that. It was busy in the first, down by 1, Dallas on a power play, and Stefan Robidas slaps it in from long range. That ties it up 1-1. But the Red Wings came right back. They get it under Marty Turco to take the lead. That score would hold. Dallas loses 2-1 in Detroit. They're up 2-0 in the series as they come to Dallas on Monday. Less than 2 weeks after the Mavericks fired head coach Avery Johnson, Rick Carlisle is the new head coach in Dallas. Sources say Carlisle agreed to a 4-year contract. He's the only coach interviewed by the Mavericks. It's believed he'll be paid roughly $4 million per season, which is about the same as Johnson's old salary. The Mavs went with a safe and hopefully productive pick. He spent the last 6 years coaching in the NBA, leading both the Pistons and the Pacers to Eastern Conference Finals. He's 30-32 in the playoffs, something the Mavs definitely like. Carlisle will most likely have his official press conference on Wednesday. Speaking of playoffs, one of Carlisle's old teams played the Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. This play reminiscent of the All-Star dunk contest. Dwight Howard gets the alley-oop and throws it down. They take the lead 13-11, but second half the Pistons go on a 15-point run. They get the steal and throw it forward to Rip Hamilton. He throws it down to tie it up in the 63s. It would stay close, but Tayshaun Prince gets it done, drives it in the lane and hits the running hook. Detroit wins 90-89. Pistons lead the series 3-1. Boston up 2-0 as they head to Cleveland for Game 3. The Cavaliers are ready to go. LeBron James gets the steal and takes it all the way in. This is why they call him King James. He slams it down. The Cavs are up 12-4. And it would get worse for the Celtics. This time, Ben Wallace, he gets the ball from James and dunks it down. The Celtics couldn't erase the lead. Cleveland takes care of home court. They win 108-84. Less than 3 weeks ago, the Rangers allowed 37 runs in just a 3-game stretch. But since May Day, Texas has turned things around. They're going for their 4th consecutive series shutout against the Athletics. Kevin Millwood on the mound. Let's see if he can keep the 31 straight scoreless innings going. Bottom of the first, Milton Bradley hits this deep center field, and Josh Hamilton brings it home. Rangers on the board first, 1-0. Bradley gets it again. He hits it to center. This time it's over the fence and on the green for the 2-run homer. They couldn't keep their shutout streak, but they still get the win. Rangers take the series and win it 6-4. Silo faced Central Sallisaw in the state semifinals. They win 17-13, and once again they're in the Oklahoma State Finals on Monday. The Dodge Challenger 500 took off tonight in the Sprint Cup Series. Not even 2 laps in, and we've got the first caution. Tony Stewart and Elliott Sander collide, and it's not looking good for the Toyota and Dodge. Stewart was able to work his way back up the leaderboard, but Elliott would stay in last place. Now Greg Biffle driving for car 16 for Ford was the leader most of the night, but on lap 125, he takes a hit and later drops into the 40s. Kyle Busch takes the lead on the outside. It was a rough day out there. Dale Earnhardt scrapes the wall and Jeff Gordon passes him. This race is going late. Busch is your current leader. The Maxwell Intercollegiate Golf Tournament is underway in Ardmore, and I bet these Colorado buffs didn't expect to go hiking today. They got stuck on Dornick Hill Cliff on the 16th hole. They should be used to the rocky terrain in Boulder, but probably didn't think they'd be roughing it in Ardmore. They'll eventually made it out of there, but in the meantime, it was fun to watch. On to the next hole, OSU freshman Ricky Fowler with a long drive on the 17th. You're used to seeing this team at the top of the leaderboard. They've won the Maxwell 9 out of the last 16 times, but with mostly freshmen out there, they struggled a little more this year. Here's Trent Whitekeller with the putt, and he gets the birdie for the Cowboys. And they wouldn't be the leaders for all of the day. Michigan takes the lead, and then OU City was behind them, Oklahoma State after that. Wichita State behind them, Middle Tennessee State coming in next, Tulsa, Southern Methodist, and then Colorado. As for the individual leaders, Anthony Michael for Oklahoma City University was the leader for today. The player from Michigan behind him, Kevin Tway from Oklahoma State after that, Julian Valencia from Oklahoma City up there too, Ryan Spears, and a few others. So that was up for the Maxwell. And in state track, there's also another event going on in Ardmore today. Just down the road, the Oklahoma State Track and Field Championship is going on. Ardmore placed 4th in the boys 400-meter relay, 2nd in the girls 4x400. Then Ardmore's Ariel Bryson and Libby McClintock placed well in the 800-meter run. So did Durant's Kenya Chafin. On the boys' side, David Phillip gets third for Ardmore, and Ada's Matt Beasley gets 13th. Ada's and Ardmore would be at it again. Chase Daniels gets 2nd, and Montre Washington comes in 3rd in the 100-meter dash. Aaliyah Gordon gets 2nd for the girls 400, and Ada's Michael Roberts wins it all. And then later, Chris Chardner and Christian Johnson both get 4th, 1 running and 1 jumping. Durant's Janisha Lewis wins the girls shot put. Rashawn Hodrick comes in next behind her. And the biggest news out of the track meet, Ardmore's Jeffrey Tabor sets the state record in the discus throw. His teammate Aaron Conrad comes right behind him. So a lot of standouts at Ardmore. Should be good to look for in the future.
Thank you, Christina. Let's look at Oklahoma lottery numbers tonight as we go to break. Actually, let's look at Texas Lotto. What am I talking about here? Saturday night, Lotto Texas numbers 44, 43, 27, 19, 35, and 36. Cash 5 tonight, 10, 21, 7, 11, and 31. Daily 4 tonight, 4, 0, 4, 2, 10, the sum it up number. Pick 3 tonight, 1, 6, 5, and 12, the sum it up number. Now for Oklahoma, pick 3, 5, 0, and 5. And the cash 5 tonight, or rather the hot lotto with the sizzler, 13, 17, 20, 25, 39, the sizzler number 18. And then the Powerball, power play number 2, winning number 7, 18, 30, 41, and 45. Powerball number 6. And the final one tonight's the cash 5, 1, 8, 14, 23, and 26.
At MedChoice Pharmacy, we have a new location with some familiar faces. We offer fast and friendly service with the care you've grown to know and love. We understand that waiting in those long lines at the pharmacy can be a hassle, so we provide a variety of options, including a drive-through and delivery to your home or office. You have a choice where to spend your healthcare dollar. We're here because we care. Located behind Diamond Shamrock on Morton in Denison. It's your health. It's your choice. MedChoice.
Boy, chili cheese cone is only 99 cents.
99
It's a
cents.
good deal, huh?
Definitely getting that. Say hello to my little friend, George Washington.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
Nice. You gonna pay?
Nope, just wanted you to say hi. So,
great.
George, this is Pete. I've been telling you about. Now get back in there.
I'd love to see you again.
99-cent regular chili cheese coney. Now at Sonic. A hearty dose of Sonic deliciousness for just 99 cents. And stop in for happy hour. Half-price fountain drinks and slushes every day from 2 to 4 p.m.
Shop Haverty's now and enjoy no down payment and no interest for 24 months. Have a more scenic route Haverty's.
Weather forecasts 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, right on your web-enabled cell phone. It's KXII to go, wherever you go.
Tourists from all over the country flocked to the home of the Western White House today for the wedding of the president's daughter.
The town of Crawford, Texas is abuzz as well-wishers milling about, hoping to get a glimpse of the marriage of Jenna Bush to Henry Hager. I'm all flustered about it. It's so exciting. But none of them came close to tonight's ceremony. Terry Okita has the story.
We can only imagine what Jenna Bush looked like in her white Oscar de la Renta gown, escorted by her father for her sunset wedding. She and 30-year-old Henry Hager exchanged vows at an altar constructed of Texas limestone near a lake on the 1,600-acre Crawford family ranch. The bride and groom want complete control over any photos released from the very private wedding ceremony, so we're hoping for at least one on Sunday. The president looked forward to the event in his Saturday radio address.
This is a joyous occasion for our family as we celebrate the happy life ahead of her and her husband, Henry.
With just over 200 invited guests, there were 14 bridesmaids, and twin sister Barbara was the maid of honor. For all those not invited in the little town of 751, there seems to be only understanding and good wishes for the new couple.
I just hope they have a good long life.
Well, not everyone.
Well, I couldn't care less.
26-year-old daughter of the president and Laura Bush wanted to get married in Texas because that's where she calls home, not the White House. It could be a good omen, too, if the new couple is anything like some of the more seasoned couples in town.
You're talking to a man of 30 years.
35.
You've been married 56 years.
Next month.
Next month.
I've been married 62 years and hope hers is as long and happy as mine has been.
The honeymoon plans are top secret as well, but word is they're heading to Europe and will return to settle in Baltimore in a $440,000 two-bedroom, two-bath row house. Terry Okita, CBS News, Crawford, Texas.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Kelly's Sod Sales on Texoma Parkway in Denison is your Bermuda and St. Augustine sod headquarters. Whether you need just a little to fill in the trouble spots or a complete yard, you can have grass today. Kelly's Sod Sales offers pickup, installation, and delivery to all of Texoma. All of Kelly's Bermuda sod comes straight from their own farm right here in Texoma. Kelly's Sod Sales can accommodate large commercial jobs also. So if you need a lawn, Kelly's Sod Sales in Denison on Texoma Parkway at Breezy Hill.
We hear about it every day. News of war and disaster leaving us uncertain about our future. In times like these, we need a foundation that is constant and sure. At First Baptist Church Sherman, we confidently celebrate the consistent love and grace of Jesus Christ. We would like to ask you to come join us every Sunday to hear news of comfort and joy. Choose from 2 different services. Worship with a contemporary flair at 8:30 a.m. or worship with a traditional flavor at 11 a.m. First Baptist Church of Sherman, proclaiming the good news.
Toro Time Cutter Z. The power to create your perfect yard in half the time. Visit Toro.com for special financing offers.
Texoma is rich in history and heroes from our past and present, those that have built the very towns and neighborhoods in which we live, and those that are helping its future now. It is important to salute the players in the history that we have grown to love and the people who are making Texoma relevant today. If you know of someone you believe has contributed to Texoma's past and present in a positive way, please submit your nomination to Texoma Legend at KXII.com or log on to our web channel, KXII.com, to learn more. Brought to you by Hoyt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
When your livelihood depends on the equipment you use, look no further than Dixie Chopper. Other companies rely on their name, while Dixie Chopper relies on speed, quality, and reliability. With exclusive features like operator-controlled discharge chute, stainless steel body, and state-of-the-art hydraulic drive system, Dixie Choppers get the job done. Regardless of your grass-cutting conditions, Dixie Chopper saves you time.
Joe Nichols Tractor Repair and Dixie Chopper, located 1 mile north of Denison Dam, 2867 Sand Creek Road.
Before we go tonight, there are a lot of unique animals at zoos across the country, especially at one in Wisconsin. Today, a 4-year-old albino alligator went on display at a Wisconsin zoo. The alligator's name is Lucky. 4 years old, the animal comes to the zoo from the St. Augustine Alligator Farm in Florida. Since this animal has no pigment in his skin, a special habitat had to be set up to keep direct sunlight off this gator. He is not the first albino gator to make this particular zoo home, though. Seeing Lucky is a rare and lucky sight since there are only about 30 known albino alligators, in the U.S. Megan Craddock now with a real quick check of last weather.
All the severe storms are gone for this evening, so the severe weather threat for this weekend is over. Expect a cool start to tomorrow, a windy start as well, and temperatures in the lower 70s for Mother's Day.
Any chance of Lucky getting a tan if he were here?
You might, with plenty of sunshine. You may need the sunscreen tomorrow.
That's all the time we have for First News at 10. We thank you for joining us. Have a good night.